This is a basic Bossa Nova rhythm. Probably the most important thing to notice is that on the 1 and the 3, I'm hitting a bass note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sort of lies at the heart of the Bossa Nova rhythm, that 1 and 3 bass note. You can syncopate the other tones, the chord tones, but that 1 and 3 is very steady, right on the mark. The 1 and 3 is very characteristic of Latin music. So in this Bossa Nova tune, I'm varying the rhythm a little bit, but the notes are staying, the bass notes are staying on the 1 and 3, so that's pretty much crucial. I recently posted a minute-long video playing over some Bossa Nova changes, so I thought I'd post something that explains how to start playing Bossa Nova music. And hopefully you're familiar with a 2-5-1. If we play a simple 2-5-1 with a Bossa Nova rhythm pattern, it's got that Bossa Nova sound, Bossa Nova feel. But even more of a Bossa Nova sound, we're going to change those chords up a little bit. I was playing an A minor 7 to a D7 to a G major 7. Very straightforward chords. 2, 5, 1. A minor is the 2, D7 is the 5 chord, G is the 1. We're in the key of G, so the root note is G, that's the 1. 2 would be A, there's where we get our 2, and the 5th note in the scale would be D, which is where we get our 5 idea. That's used very, very much in music, especially in jazz music, the 2-5-1 idea. I have a couple of lessons that talk about 2-5-1s. There's lots of great lessons on YouTube and on the web explaining what a 2-5 is and how it works. But we're going to change a bit. Instead of playing a regular A minor 7, we're going to play was actually an A minor 11. My index finger's on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and I have fingers on the 3rd, 4th, and 6th string on the 5th fret. Not playing the 5th string. Bossa Nova sound. From that A minor 11, we slide right down to what is a G sharp with a flat 5 chord. Bit of an altered chord there. We have a moving bass line that goes right down chromatically. And that takes us to a G6 chord. So we've got some interesting sounding chords there. We didn't play a D7. Like I said, we played a G sharp flat 5. That's called a tritone substitution, a flat 5 substitution for the 5 chord, and that's used frequently. So now we have this sound. Varying the pattern a little bit. If you become familiar with that and comfortable playing that, you're going to find that you'll be able to use that in many Bossa Nova tunes. So that's a 2-5-1, key of G. Let's do a 2-5-1 in the key of C. Now, standard, that would be something like a D minor 7, perhaps like this, to a G7, C major 7. Bossa Nova might use something like this. We're going to use a D minor 9, which is a very useful chord, a very useful shape. The index finger's on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, middle finger 5th fret 5th string, and my ring and little finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd and the 2nd string. So that's a D minor 9. And something we can do with this chord, and this is a very useful thing. This is the D note right here, and this is the 5th, the A, right here. So we can alternate those bass notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very Bossa Nova sound, Bossa Nova feel. Once again, like we did with the other progression, we're going to use a flat 5 substitute. Instead of going to a G7, we're going to go to a C sharp 9 with a raised 9. C sharp, we'll call it C7 with a sharp 9. Now, you might know the Jimi Hendrix type shape chord. And once again, this slides right there. I can keep that bass note in both chords. I can do it with the C too. So I got the D minor 9. Very Bossa Nova sound. And then with a C. So D minor 9 to a C sharp 7 sharp 9, D flat 7 sharp 9, and we're going to take that down to a C major 9 chord, which is our middle finger on the C note, the 3rd fret of the 5th string, index on the E note, which is the 2nd fret of the 4th, pinky, our little fingers on the 4th fret of the 3rd, and our ring fingers on the D note, which is our 9, which is right there on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. And once again, we can use that idea of using alternating bass. Giving us much more of a kind of a richer Bossa Nova sound. So the important thing to kind of concentrate on is that bass on the 1 and the 3, keeping a steady rhythm. You can syncopate with, I'm using my thumb and these and fingers to get that sound. So with my fingers, I can play around with that rhythm pattern, with the syncopation, with notes I want to emphasize, how I want to fit that in. But the 1 and the 3 stays steady throughout. So those two patterns are integral to Bossa Nova, and I think becoming more familiar with those will be very helpful in playing Bossa Nova guitar. Real quick, when we went from that D minor 9 to that C sharp 7 sharp 9, that's middle finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, index finger 3rd fret 4th string, ring finger 4th fret 3rd string, and our little fingers on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So there it is, some Bossa Nova ideas, and I hope this was a helpful lesson. Thanks very much.